Hey folks, welcome to my channel, and today I'm talking about the major turnoffs I see all the time on college applications. Before we get started, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel so you get all of the latest notifications for when I upload new content, new videos. Hit that subscribe button. Today I'm talking about some of the common, I call them like pitfalls, turnoffs I see when I'm looking at college applications. And most of these happen in the personal statements. Now, I'll say that a lot of folks think you have to have a perfect personal statement to get like an exceptional score or whatever that is between various colleges. But that's not really true. You can even get away with it with a few grammar and spelling mistakes and still get into top colleges, even elite colleges. So I'll say more of the turnoffs I'm talking about are like the common things that really, in many ways, reflect more on a person's character than it really does character, kind of their personality, than it does on their writing ability. So I'll get started here. So the number one thing I would say is when people or when applicants cite Einstein or like some other philosopher in their essay. And I would say this just doesn't work because a personal statement should be personal, which means as an admissions reader, I'd rather hear the applicant's ideas and thoughts and personal philosophy rather than one from a scientist who died a century ago or some philosopher who existed, over a millennium ago. So citing Einstein and any other kind of famous people is just something I would avoid in personal statements and something I would tell any applicant to avoid because it's just annoying and it doesn't work. So number two is bashing your peers or your own generation in your personal statement. I'd say this is sort of a turnoff because it just never comes off well. We don't expect teenagers to have the world's answers or the answers to finding world peace, but we do expect them to be positive and promote culture change if it's necessary. What we don't expect is for a student to just go on a tirade saying how much their generation sucks and they're all doomed and there's no way we can recover. So I think it's more important that a applicant really focuses on the positive things they want to put into the community, the positive changes that they can make in their peer group, in their society, in the world, instead of focusing on negative stuff, especially when that negativity is directed towards other people and not introspective and directed at the applicant themselves. So that's 1, 2. 3 would be writing about an insignificant event that you say affected your grades. Now, I'm not saying that there is never a reason to write about a grade dip in your personal statement or even in the additional information section. What I will say is saying that, my grades dipped because I tore my ACL and I was upset about it, or my grades dipped because I forgot to study one night. Those are not good reasons. They're really extreme, and they're just not good. So the only time I expect it works that a candidate talks about a grade dip or a reason for a grade dip in their personal statement or the additional information section is when that grade dip is due to a major illness or a significant event like a death in the family. So if you're out of school with mono or in a coma for 3 weeks and you missed half the semester, or you're out for 3 months, missed half the semester, or you had a loved one, close friend pass away, that's the kind of information that an application reader needs to make a more informed decision about why there might be a slight dip in grades. But, insignificant things like I just had a bad week and I didn't want to study, or, I got hooked on this new game that came out, don't even bring it up, leave it out. It's not a good reason. It'll probably impact your application more in a negative way than in a positive way. So number 4, write about something that's not related to the prompt. And I see this more often than you would think. If a prompt asks you to write like, why you Chicago, why did you choose Chicago, you should definitely not write about a significant event that happened in your life that impacted your personality, yes, or that impacted the way you see the world. So if it's a why X college, write about why X college. If it's about your cultural identity, write about your cultural identity. And the way you can ensure that you're actually doing that is once you've written an essay, go back and read the prompt. If it's the Coalition apps, if it's the Common app, if it's the Common Black College app, go back and read the prompts. If it's a college specific, go back and read that prompt and make sure that what you wrote is actually answering the question and not totally off, because that's probably the biggest turnoff, is someone writing about something that's completely unrelated to the prompt. It shows the minimum amount of effort, and in some cases just means that the application was recycled or the essay was recycled, and really actually demonstrates no effort. And I'll say number 5, this is the last one. What I hate to see, and just a really big turnoff, is when applicants reduce diversity down to how multicultural their friend group is, or that they like to eat ethnic food. That's just not what application officers are looking for when they ask you to talk about your culture or identity or diversity, or how you would bring diversity to campus. What they're really looking for is to know that you have an understanding of the role that race, religion, ethnicity, cultural identity, personal adversity, socioeconomic factors play in our communities, and how they impact us as individuals, and how our efforts, the degree we're getting, the reason we're going to college, will actually help make the world better in a lot of ways. So common mistake that I see is folks reducing diversity down to starting ethnic club, or eating ethnic food, or having friends from a lot of different racial groups. That's not really what colleges are looking for. You can ask yourself, how do my goals promote equity in the world? How is my personal identity impacted why I want to pursue a certain major, why I want to go to this college? But that's the way you should go. Don't reduce it down to something that is insignificant and doesn't matter, or you're going to set yourself up for failure. All right, those are my 5 things. Let me go back through my list here. Don't cite Einstein. Don't bash your own generation. Don't whine about something insignificant that affected your grades. Don't write about something completely unrelated to the prompt, and then don't reduce diversity down to just shallow things that don't really matter in the long run. All right, that's the video for today. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you next time. Bye.